electric jacket, Mark Myers.
So my name is Mark Myers. I do get Mike Myers a lot. And I wasn't planning this, but I will share with you my Shrek impersonation. Because I cultivated over a series of years and embarrassed my children with it for so long. And as you dads know, the best thing in life you can do is embarrass your children. So I was really good at saying, "You dense, irritating miniature beast of burden." Quality Shrek impersonation, thank you. So my wife is actually, her family is from Birmingham. So we spend a lot of time over here. And I remember one particular trip we made many years ago to see the Birmingham Symphony and to see them perform in an outdoor concert. Through our relations, we got to sit in a VIP section, a little roped off section next to the governor of your state. My daughter Jenna, who's right there, was just a toddler at the time. And what you have to understand about Jenna is although she is very thin, she is completely food motivated. So if her blood sugar gets low, look out world. On this particular night under the starlit Alabama sky, we were caught up in the beautiful music and not attentive to her dietary needs evidently, because while we were listening to the symphony, she got into her diaper bag and rummaged through and ate an entire box of goldfish crackers. At some point during the evening while we were entranced by the melodious sounds of Bach and Tchaikovsky, her stomach reached its tipping point and she leaned over and threw up all over the governor's wingtip shoes. He was very kind about it. He probably thought we were voters, or maybe because we were in a VIP section, we were potential donors. But what the story taught me was that my family has no business being in a VIP section anywhere. We're not that kind. We are ordinary, plain, everyday folk. Our kids go to public school. We drive carpool. We make costumes for plays in the theater. I coach soccer. Teach Sunday school like many of you. Like you, we've taken our children to the doctor to have regular checkups. We tried to make sure they eat a proper diet and stay healthy. We've stayed up with them during the night, nursed them back to health when they were sick. Well, I'll admit, Mom did. Our experience had always been that sick kids got better. We always thought that would be the case. That's a reasonable expectation of life. Only it isn't true. My experience has changed. I know by now you're looking at my electric jacket as it was described, and you're wondering if I brought Curious George and a hat with me. No, my wife and I wear yellow all the time to remind us of our little girl. So I'd like to tell you about her. She's our youngest of four. We named her Kylie, which is an Australian word, and it means boomerang, because the girls just kept on coming. She quickly became our joy, our peacemaker, our laughter. She rounded out the rough edges of our non-VIP family. Whenever she got the opportunity to be on stage, she shined. Theater became her passion. In early 2014, her knee began to hurt during the rehearsal for a play. By the time the curtain closed, she was in so much pain we had to take her to the hospital, where we heard the words, "Your child has cancer." Those words no parent should hear. When we got the treatment plan, I was still optimistic, and I believed that sick kids got better and that we would win. I think it will shock you to know that the chemotherapy regimen that Kylie was given would have been roughly the same treatment I would have been given had I gotten the same cancer when I was a boy. You heard that right. I'm 48 years old, and little has changed in the way we treat childhood cancer. This has to change. Sick kids don't always get better. And if they do, the treatments are so harsh that they're often left with organ damage, amputations, mental disabilities, and physical and emotional scars. You have to understand that chemotherapy is a combination of chemicals designed to be slightly more toxic than the cancer in order to beat the cancer. To inject it, hoping that it's deadly enough to kill the cancer without doing too much ancillary damage. It is never without side effects. We need safer and more effective treatments for childhood cancer. I'm sure you know how little the government spends toward childhood cancer research. While the National Cancer Institute gives less than 4%, the largest cancer charity in our country, the richest country in the world, gives less than 1% to kids. This is sad and shameful. Kids are worth so much more, and childhood cancers are different than adult cancers. So adult research almost never trickles down to help kids. I would love nothing more than to introduce you to Kylie and have her take the stage. I assure you, you would enjoy her a lot more than you enjoy me. But our sick kid didn't get better. Kylie fought with her signature smile for 10 months. Every time we thought we were winning, the cancer came back stronger. Treatments were very hard on her. She went from 105 pounds to under 70 because of nausea. We battled debilitating headaches and mouth sores throughout her entire treatment. And in the end, it was ineffective. Last February 13th, she died. On her deathbed, she said, "If I have to die, I want childhood cancer to die too." You might think you can't do anything to help Kylie's wish come true, but you can. You can give. And I always say this, even if it's a couple dollars, you just never know what researcher needs that little bit to get them over the top. You can pray for a cure. Although in our experience, we heard God say, "No, I still believe in the power of prayer." You can give blood. That's a little thing, but children going through cancer treatments need it so badly, and we all have it. You can tell someone, you can spread awareness, and help wake up this country. You can encourage a family going through treatment. Anything helps, a call, a text, a gift card, whatever you can give. Don't wait for them to ask you for something because they won't. They're too focused on their child's care. Those are just some of the ways you can help. Today we're focused on giving, and I can think of no better organization than Open Hands, Overflowing Hearts. I am literally in awe of the Perry family, who saw a need and filled it even while they were going through treatment themselves. You have to be a very special and selfless people to do that, to reach out to others when your world is being turned upside down. They reached out to Kylie when she was in treatment, and I'll be forever grateful for that. Being on this side of the childhood cancer fight, I always wonder what it will take for our country to wake up and take notice that children are dying. Society doesn't seem to want to see the problem. They want it to be like I was and assume that sick kids get better. I wonder if it will take a star athlete's son, or a celebrity's daughter, or a politician's baby to get sick before people will see what they don't want to see. I wonder, but I hope not. I don't want anyone to go through what I'm going through, celebrity or otherwise. I don't want one more child to get sick and die, even if it would push the needle for more cancer research. I want ordinary, non-VIP people like you and I to stand up and do what's right. Together with organizations like Open Hands, Overflowing Hearts, we can change the world. And I hope you'll join me. Thank you. I'd like to introduce another fellow dad, Scott Ortiz, who I had the pleasure of meeting just a moment ago. When you meet a family who's going through cancer treatments, you have an instant bond. When you meet a dad who's lost their child to cancer treatments, that bond is unbreakable. Scott is now my good friend. Thank you.